Hello, this is what I hope will be the first of 4 parts of me breaking down Dawning of the Day, which is the second tune in Tidewater's QMM. Rudiments you'll need for this are the 5-stroke roll. Okay, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap. Okay, on both the left hand and the right hand lead, so you have to be able to start with the right or the left. The American 5-stroke, which is tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz. Okay, tap, buzz, buzz on both the right hand and left hand lead as well. You'll need a 7-stroke. Triplet tap, right? Hand feel underneath the buzzes. You'll need that on the right hand and the left hand. And really, the next one, the 13-stroke roll. Okay. You'll actually only need a right hand version of that, but you should be able to play both the right hand and left hand versions of that. So go get those rudiments down and then come back to this, because if you don't have those down, then you're going to get stuck. So now that you've practiced those roll rudiments, let me play the first 2 measures of Dawning of the Day for you so you can hear what it sounds like and what we're looking for. So that was from the pickup, which is 1 entire beat, all the way to the downbeat of measure 3. So if you look at the pickup note, you have a tremoloed 8th note tied to another 8th note, which symbolizes a 7-stroke roll. That's the underlying hand speed. When we add the buzzes to the 7-stroke roll, of course it becomes... Okay, so that first 7-stroke leads into 4 16th notes, and these 16th notes have something interesting going on with them. They're swung, but they're not forced swung. They're intuitively swung with the pipe tune. So you're not going to aggressively swing these things. You're just going to play it with the pipe tune, so it sounds natural. Okay. The first 16th note has an accented right-handed flam. Now remember, it's important with the flam to keep the left stick, all right, the grace note stick, down in order to get a nice clear flam sound. Okay, the right hand stick is going to come up past our normal playing position to a little higher because it's accented, right? Okay, we're going to get a nice clean right hand flam there. The left hand that follows it is not flam, but it is marcato. That marcato means it's actually louder than just the regular accent. Okay, so we're going to do this. And that only happens if you have good control of your left hand through that flam. Because if you isolate that, you just have a little tap and a big upstroke on it. Okay, so that's something you should practice in order to get that lick out cleanly. Okay, so that's the first beat. The second beat is our 13-stroke roll. Okay, and let's just step away from the second beat and widen our scope to the second and third beat here, and you'll see that we have a quarter note that's tremoloed, which means roll, which is tied to an 8th note, which has an accent and is tremoloed, which again, of course, means roll, and then the 16th note triplets follow that. Okay, our hand speed is going to be triplet based. So really, all we're playing through these two beats is just 16th note triplets. We're going to play 4 groups of triplets. Not hard. Okay. The only thing is we're going to buzz the first 3 groups of triplets. Sorry. Okay, so work on that and then come back to this video. Now that you've worked on that, we're going to narrow the scope again, and we're going to take beat 2 and just the first tap of beat 3. Okay, so we have, and that's your 13 stroke roll, right? Triplet, triplet, tap. Okay, and remember each buzz makes 2, right? So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and the tap makes 13. Okay, but that tap again occurs in beat 3, not beat 2, and that tap also signals the beginning of an American 5-stroke roll. Okay, so the 13 stroke shares its last tap with the first stroke of the 5 stroke. Okay, so we're not going to play a 13 stroke and then a 5 stroke. We're not doing this. No, the last stroke of the 13 is the first stroke of the 5. Okay, and really all it is triplets through there. Okay, you're buzzing the first 2 groups of triplets, and then you have a tap buzz buzz on the 3rd group of triplets. Okay, and then after that you have another group of 16th note triplets that begins on the left hand, and that is unbuzzed. So okay, so moving on, we've got the 4th beat there, and it begins with a nice clean left hand flam. Okay, and we're going to keep that left hand home. We're not going to do big double stops there because we have a left-handed lead roll right after that, and that's a 7-stroke, a left-handed 7-stroke. Okay, and that tap is the downbeat of measure 2. Okay, so what we've learned so far is the pickup and the first measure. Okay, so now that we're on measure 2, let's look at the first beat of measure 2. The first beat of measure 2 looks like the first beat of measure 1, except for there's not a right-handed flam and an accent on the very first stroke. Instead, it's just a tap, just a right-handed tap, okay? But then we have the marcatoed left, like we do in the first beat of measure 1, and then we follow it with 2 16th notes, all right? And that's also swung, but not aggressively swung. And we really need to bring out that marcato feel that's off the downbeat there, right? All right, jazz it up a little bit. Then we've got a 16th note triplet after that with a accent on the last right of it. Okay, and then we have 2 left-hand 16th notes. Okay, so beat 2 is okay. So beat 1 and beat 2 of the second measure sound like this. Okay, so we're doing some pretty cool offbeat accents there. Okay, and those accents are really what's going to bring home sort of the flavor of the piece. That's what's going to allow us to really be expressive. Okay, and then beat 3 is just an accented flam. So those are the first 3 beats of measure 2. And then the 4th beat of measure 2 is sort of a lead-in part, almost a pickup, if you will. Not technically one, but almost one, for the next 2 measures. All right, and so it begins with a 5. Remember, it's just triplet with the first 2 triplets buzzed. Okay, and then it comes around again, right, with a accented left hand, okay, just 1 tap, and then 2 buzzes. So it's a 5 to an American 5. Buzz, buzz, tap, tap, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, tap, tap, buzz, buzz. Because in Scottish notation, when you see an accent above a roll, remember it signalizes that the first stroke of that roll is a tap, and not a buzz. So what we have written is buzz, buzz, tap, tap, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, tap, tap, buzz, buzz. Okay, and then you have a right-handed tap, which begins the rolls of measure 3. So we've covered the we've covered the pickup all the way through the down beat of measure 3, and this is what it sounds like again. And that's it for this lesson.